Phipps Conservatory in Pittsburgh has won global attention for building and operating a greenhouse, its tropical rainforest, without any greenhouse effect. The building is state-of-the-art when it comes to managing solar radiation. Well, now Phipps is going itself one better by building a living building that will be about making the most of solar technologies and pretty much every other energy trick in the book to create a self-sustaining education center. Richard Piacentini is Executive Director of Phipps Conservatory and Botanical Gardens, and welcome back. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is coming up next year, right? Next spring, you're going to have it done?
That's right.
All right, so for people who don't know, first off, what is a living building, and then what is it exactly that you're building there in Oakland?
Well, a living building is a type of building that was issued as a challenge a couple of years ago to go beyond LEED Platinum, which is the greenest kind of building you could build right now. And essentially it's a building at zero net energy and zero net water, which means you produce all your own energy on site and you treat all your water on site.
Okay, and so you're applying this, what, into the new education center?
It's a new education research administration building, two-story building that'll be sitting on the lower site behind our tropical forest conservatory.
Okay, so down there on the hillside,
right.
Behind what people mostly think of the traditional Phipps. So we'll talk a little bit about some of the technologies you're introducing. We've had kind of a solar theme to this show, so how do you manage the sunshine better to make this building work?
Well, we're using photovoltaics as the primary source of our electrical generation, and we have actually installed these units. There's about 135,000 kW of solar, which is actually about enough electricity to run about 12 typical American homes. Wow. And those panels are put on the old Public Works building and on our old Special Events building, and also we have some ground-mounted PVs as well.
How much of the power needs of the new education center will that take care of?
Well, we want to meet 100% of the needs of that building. You have to meet 100% in order to meet the challenge. So we've actually upped it a little bit. I think there's about a 20% safety margin in there. And the idea is to have those PVs produce electricity whenever the sun's shining. That electricity goes into our own internal campus. We meter it so we know how much electricity is being made. And then we also know how much the building's using. And over the course of a year, we have to prove that we've produced more energy than that building used.
Okay, makes a lot of sense, but as we all know, our region is not known as one of the sunniest places in America.
But actually it does produce, it's a good place for producing electricity from the sun.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you do on cloudy days?
There's still electricity being produced.
Huh.
Yeah.
Are you also bringing some of the same tricks you used in the greenhouse in terms of just managing sunshine and the heat issues and the glass?
Right. One of the most important things to do when you're looking at doing a challenge like this is to try and minimize the amount of energy you're going to need in the first place. You want your building to be super efficient. You want to take advantage of things like natural daylighting so you don't have to turn the lights on during the day. You can save a lot of electricity and energy by doing things like that. So this building's designed to actually, it's estimated that it's going to use about 80% less electricity or energy than a typical office building.
So beyond the sun and some of these energy applications, what are you doing about water?
Well, we're collecting all the rainwater on the lower site. We have lagoons, we have rain gardens, we have 80,000 gallons worth of underground storage that we've actually put in under the parking area. We've also figured out how to collect that rainwater, pump it up to the upper campus, and then store it up there to be used for our daily irrigation for the production greenhouses and conservatories. And we've figured that with the amount of water we're able to collect, the amount of rainwater we're able to collect on the lower site and off of some of the glass houses, and if we supplement that with a small well, we can actually offset about 7 million gallons of potable water that we use each year to water plants. That's going to be a major impact on the amount of water that's being used.
How many buildings are there like this in the world?
So far, I think there's only been 3 buildings that have actually been certified as living buildings. And they estimate that we're going to be one of the first 10 buildings in the world to be certified if we make the challenge, which we're confident we will.
And there's a LEED certification as well, obviously, if you do a LEED certification as well.
Right, actually, we're going for Living Building Challenge. We're going for LEED Platinum, which is the highest level of LEED you can get. And we're also a pilot project for the new Sustainable Sites Initiative, which is like LEED for landscapes. And we think we're going to be the first building in the world to achieve certification under all 3 different levels of certification.
That's really a great project. Expect to open it when?
It's supposed to open in April of 2012.
Wow, so okay, good. Another sign of our region's leadership in this case, solar, green building, water usage, I mean, across the board.
I should point out one other thing. You know, last year we were recognized by the EPA as being one of the top 15 nonprofit organizations in the entire country for the amount of renewable energy we use. We use 100% renewable energy on our entire campus, both in Phipps and also in Mellon Park. We purchase energy credits to offset all our electricity use with wind power.
Pretty cool. So it can be done. Richard Piacentini, Executive Director of the Phipps Conservatory and Botanical Garden. Good to see you again. Thanks so much. Looking forward to seeing you in the spring.
Okay.
And we'll be back in a minute with little dollars and cents. Stay with us.